Hi, I'm Jamie Ruby from Sci-Fi-vision. Thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. I enjoyed the series a lot. So for people who haven't seen it, to start out, why don't you both just tell kind of who you play and what it was about them that made you want to do it? We'll just go Michaela, then Dan.
I played Jane Langer. I'm the mother on Dinner with the Parents. I am the mother to two incredible boys, and one is played right here. You have him in your midst, Daniel Thrasher,
That's
who
me.
is a comedic genius, as well as Henry Hall plays my other son, and Dan Bacadel plays Harvey, my husband, and Carol Kane plays Rose, aka Nana. And we are a family that gathers for dinner every Friday night, and hijinks and mayhem ensue. And why did I do it? Did you ask
Yeah,
me?
yeah, that was the other part of it.
Uh, because I was told I would go to England for 5 months, which is sort of true. And also, I'm kidding, but not really. And it was, I guess it's the cast, the writing, the vibes, the fact that I like really want to just be in the comedy space right now because life can be a little depressing. No, it's not. Life is good. Life is sweet and life is wonderful, but the world, the news, all of that is
Yeah.
crazy depressing. And so I felt like I just can this is a show I could get lost in and, put my brain into another dimension. I know you'll appreciate this, into another stratosphere.
All right. What about you, Daniel?
Uh, yeah, I played Greg Langer, the younger sibling. And what drew me to him is that, well, actually, what drew me to the project initially is just that the script is the funniest script I've ever read. It's so good. And I was laughing my butt off the whole time I was flying to London reading the scripts. It was just so funny. John Beckerman being the showrunner who wrote for Letterman for years and years and years, and like all these writers are amazing, and Tristram Shapiro directing it, the first five, who also directed Kimmy Schmidt and Community and all these other insane projects. It's just such an it's like a comedy workshop.
Yeah.
We're in there trying to make each other laugh, make the crew laugh, like just a blast to shoot. But yeah, Greg is a sort of a zany guy who has really wants to be seen and heard. And so he's very cocky and confident and loud, and he wears tracksuits every episode, every single episode.
It does.
And yeah, it's just really fun to play.
Is it for both of you? Is it hard not to crack up on set? And also, do people, I was thinking about it as I was looking at you, do people play pranks on each other? Because, it could be. It just seems like it's a really fun set.
Do we play any pranks on each other?
You know what? Actually, there was one time where uh one of the crew members
Oh,
sprayed fart spray all over the soundstage, and I was like, I don't like this one because it's
That's
it's
not a fun
that's not
prank.
necessarily a good
I
prank.
I did not like that. I was the rat. I went up to I was like, I think somebody sprayed some fart spray in here, and I don't.
I am remembering this.
Yeah, and it's like
So
a,
funny.
it's a soundstage, so it's a big box,
Yeah.
very, very cold outside, so we can't like air anything out.
You
So
can't
I'm,
go.
I'm out here thinking of Carol Kane, and I'm like, I don't want her to have to huff toots for the next, 12 hours. Like,
And Carol's like, I'm doing it anyway. What's the difference?
that's right. Yeah,
Um,
that's
that's my Carol Kane impression.
it's
Like,
very good.
uh, yeah. I don't know if I mean, I definitely spent the better part of those 5 months laughing my head off at these guys. And just like it is one of those things like we're just cracking each other up for and if it never aired, it never aired. Like it was if that's all it was, Dayenu, as they say, it would have been just enough. But we get to send the show out into the world and hopefully make other people laugh because it's sure it gets me. It's my sense of humor. I don't know.
But did you guys though break a lot? Did you have trouble like not laughing when you weren't supposed to?
Yeah, and I'm pretty good about that. Like I'm not
Michaela
somebody.
hates laughing. Let me just say this.
I'm pretty good about not like ruining a take with laughter. I genuinely. And then I will say that there was something in the air, the chemistry of the room, but these guys made me break a lot. And I don't do that a lot normally. I'm a pro. I'm worth every penny.
You made me wonder because you mentioned about it being in England. I know Dan was saying how, the production was different, stuff like catering, all that kind of thing. Was there anything for the both of you that was different that you kind of like took notice of that I don't know, I guess not that it necessarily altered the way you did the show. I just was curious, like something that was a lot different for you that you had to kind of get used to, I guess.
I got something.
I do too.
Just like London in general or production in London.
Whichever. If you got a better story about London in general, that's fine.
I'm in a restaurant in London. I'm in a few restaurants in London, all right? And when I ask for hot sauce, they bring out ketchup.
Oh, gee.
I need to talk to who is it over? The mayor of London? What do they have over there?
Mayor of London, I'd like to speak to the mayor of London, please.
Yeah, the mayor of Great Britain, please. Who is it? The king now? Yeah, I need to talk to somebody and ask them what's up.
He's got nothing else on his plate.
Also, I asked for salt one time. Mine is all food oriented because I really enjoy eating. And I asked for salt once at a restaurant, and they were so confused. And in America, we have table
salt
salt
everything.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But they were so confused, and they were like, "You want salt?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay." And they go to the kitchen, and they bring out this big ass container of kosher salt. And they're like, "Here you go." And I was like, what is this? What is this? Anyway, so that's my that's my experience.
Yeah, food is always different when you travel. What about you?
Man, we got
Anything
made.
There's
stick out for you?
so many wonderful London things. One of the things on set though was the front door. Like
Yes.
if anybody's watching it, there's no lock system in the US that looks like our front door. We tried to explain it, and they're like, it's a door. And we're like, it's sort of a door. I mean, it is a door, but I don't know how to open and shut it. Nobody knows how to open and
Yeah,
shut
we had to learn how to open and close that door handle. It's like, oh, you just flick the tibbly boo and you poke the jimmy whack, and it's like,
tickety poo. And I would say probably the other thing that jumps to mind is their candy bars are definitely a step up.
yeah, they got sweets on lock over there.
And there's
Like a good shot for
a hard step down.
us.
But I would also add that I do like the tea culture on set. Everybody like stops to have tea, and there's so much. There's so much that was like we were contending with. In great ways and in silly ways. Nobody says really what they mean there either. They probably think we're so rude because we're so straightforward, but they're just like, oh, yes.
Yeah, you don't think of all the differences.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost out of time, but just really quickly, do you guys have like a favorite scene that you can talk about without completely spoiling anything important? Anyway.
Yeah, mine is when my character dies at the end is a real, no, I'm just kidding.
Like, wow. Now
Uh,
you're outing me that I haven't read that.
No, I think there's so many funny moments in the show. God, I'm trying to think of like my favorite scene. There's an episode where me and my brother stow away Germans in the basement because we're trying to rent out the house as an Airbnb. I think that whole episode was just a blast. I mean, it was so funny.
I love the episode with you and the investor and having to do some sexting.
Oh my God.
Episode for you is so funny.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
really good episode. Yeah, there's an episode where I pretend to be Carol Kane. I pretend to be Nana, and I'm texting a rich like old guy, and I'm messaging him as her, and she's like, if you come over to my house, my grandson will show you this, thing. He needs $10,000. Like, and it's a
Yeah,
very,
he's whoring out his grandmother. But I would say my favorite episode is when the family just gets to be together and it's kind of just us and there's no other people around because it, especially as we got into later seasons and you just really got to know everybody and felt so comfortable with everybody. So there's an episode, it's kind of a bottle episode where we have to reenact the whole night over and over and over again.
oh yeah.
And it was really fun to shoot because it was just us hanging around a dinner table and the interstitial stuff, the stuff between takes that we were just chit-chatting and cracking each other up, of course, as you do, and just talking smack.
Yep, there's a lot of fun scenes. I was gonna say, I just keep thinking, I want to see the uncut, I guess you'd call it YouTube video. I don't know if it was on YouTube, but
Yeah.
Okay, that was funny.
Honestly, there are so many takes that just everybody just kind of went nuts that aren't going to see the light of day. And I wish somebody would do like a real.
Yeah, I hope they do have a blooper reel somewhere. Are you
Yeah.
listening, CBS?
We'll have to look
Yeah,
for
that we love our bloopers. Give us our bloopers.
Give us our bloopers.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, I enjoyed the show. So thank you. Have a good
Bye-bye.
rest of your day.
Thank you, Jamie.